Ho ho ho! Hello everyone, welcome back to ARTLAPSE. Today I'm gonna show you how to make this into this. Stay tuned. So, as promised, this is the Christmas video that I told you in my previous video. In this video, I'm gonna be making my character Larissa and Sander from my upcoming final project. In this piece, I'm gonna portray them chilling in front of the fireplace, drinking hot chocolate and eating marshmallow. So in this face you see right now, I'm just refining my loose sketch so it will be better when I'm gonna render them. As you can see, in the time-lapse sometimes I open and close my browser, and if you can see really fast, there's Miori's stream. The reason is because I was making this time-lapse while listening to her stream. So if you sometimes find her streams or her channel open, that's the reason. You can see as I paint, I make some changes to the design because I want to find the best pose for the piece. After changing Sander's hand's position several times, I ended up returning to the first one, but I also add a marshmallow in his hand. So he's holding a marshmallow in one hand and then a cup on the other. Here, after I finished refining Sander's line, I started blocking my character with lasso tool so it would be easier to render them later. And then I started to render the character start from Larissa. I also add a dark gradient from the bottom side to give out more dimension to the piece. After I have finished with blocking the shape, I moved on to making the backgrounds because I want to be able to determine the lighting and color scheme for the piece. For this piece, I want it to be pretty dark with some highlights coming from behind the character. For this background, I don't want to make it too detailed because I want the focal point stays within the character. When making this, I also thinking the possibility of turning this into an animation. So I separated the layers to make it easier when animating. So, after trying some of the combination for the backgrounds, I finally managed to make it the way I want. After that, I changed Sander's expressions a little bit and then proceed to coloring Larissa. Here I'm adding some base color to Larissa and also coloring the lines, so it will be easier when I'm doing the overpaint later. At this part, I also adjust the value of her hair, coat, and also the cup she's holding. After pretty satisfied, I moved on to overpaint. Here I'm just refining the rendered color of Larissa, just putting some strokes to the piece. Here I realized that Larissa's eye not looking at Sander enough, so I adjust them and it's all good now. Adding the hot chocolate and rendering the cup. And then add the highlights in her eyes. After that, I merge all the layers and darken them. Then, I duplicate them and place a bluish tone to the darkened one, so later I can mask it out for lighting purpose. Moving on to Sander. With Sander, the steps are the same. I did some changes to the value and then proceed with the coloring and overpainting. You can see sometimes I pulled out reference for the character. Always remember, reference is important, especially if you make an existing character. After Sander is done, I mask both of the darkened one and just paint with black and white to determine the highlights from the fireplace. After I'm satisfied, then I add some steam from the cup because it's hot chocolate, and then pretty much it's done. This is the end results. Or, if you got extra time and creativity, you can make it like this.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos.
Amazing, right? Alright, thanks for watching my video. If you want to see me draw something, or you have a question, just ask them in the comment section. I might consider your idea for painting and I'll be glad to answer your questions. Stay tuned for more, see you later, and have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday. Hope you guys have a great time. Goodbye!